So Bola Ahmed Tinubu finally decided to visit Benue State. And the question is, did he solve the problem of Benue State? First of all, it is sad that before the visit of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, or before he landed in the airport, young children, teenagers were seen standing on the road while rain was beating them just to welcome the president. A state is mourning that over 500 people were unalived, and you were forcing their children to be on the road waiting for hours. Rain was beating them, sun was hitting very heavy on them because a failed president is coming to, sympathize with them, so-called sympathize. Number two is that the visit of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, instead of him to pay attention to the tears and the mourning of the people, he turned it into a campaign. You can see that on this video, there is lots of campaign placard everywhere praising Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Level of madness is this? People died and you're busy, you're interested in doing campaign. Oh God.
Is Tinubu being celebrated that he's coming, that he has solved the problem of the nation, or that he has increased it? Well, he's already on ground. He visited the hospitals. You can see Benue people crying, Benue mothers crying on the road while they hope that the president hears. Nigeria is the only country where you vote a leader to rule you and you still remind them what to do. You beg them to do it. And when they don't do it, they brag that you cannot do anything. Tinubu, instead of sympathizing with those in Benue, he went in Benue to start bragging that he knows that he's being hated by many people, or that's not his business. Some people came out with APC flag to welcome Tinubu. I don't understand. What's the call for the celebration? The state is mourning. Thousands of youth are on the street protesting, and you're bringing out a flag that has solved no problem in Nigeria. You're bringing out to celebrate who? But I love what the Benue youth did. This time around, they're telling every one of their leaders that they are ready for anything that wants to happen. They tore the flags to pass a clear message to every one of the leaders.
Of Nigeria. But today, they want the message to be sent clearly. Some guys were actually carrying APC flags, but what the Benue youth did was they have to collect those flags, tear them into pieces with a clear message that you, the president, we welcome you into the state, but your coming here is not for party. You're coming here to mourn the 200 persons that were being slaughtered, butchered, killed at Yelewata.
So how can a man who is coming to mourn with the people, how can a man who is coming to sympathize with the people ask students to stand on the road? These are not even adults. Probably they see that they cannot convince the adults. The adults are already angry. Everybody is protesting. Everybody is angry. They now have to convince the children or the parents of the children to allow their children to stand hours on the road just to welcome a failed president. This is not me trying to criticize Tinubu. Tinubu has shown a lot of flaws in his government, that he cannot lead Nigeria. This is what happens when you steal power. Take it, snatch it, and run with it. This is what happens. You cannot give account of what you are doing with the country's wealth, the country's money. River State were having issues for Bara and Wike, and it didn't take Tinubu seconds to declare state of emergency. Whereas we have had people being unalived in several states in Nigeria. Until date, there is no state of emergency being declared because the governors that are there are being loved by the president. You see the hypocrisy we have in this country. If not that P2B and some other celebrities had to speak, constantly speaking, this government would have handled it like other news. Even when he was in the hospital, look at the way he was busy touching the baby like, no, I don't want to touch this. This is not what I'm here for. Even when the nurse tried to turn the other side where the baby have injury, he said, no, stop, it's okay. You see that these people, their body language shows that they don't really care. They're just doing it for the cams, for the social medias. But again, I must say, 2027, if you're angry enough, you must vote. Number one, you must come out to vote. You must defend your vote. And you must do everything to stop anybody that want to rig the election. These are the three things you will do. Don't just leave it for P2B. Step up and do the needful. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe, like and follow our page. Share our videos as well. Thanks for watching.